And Travis Kelce was caught on camera after that fumble, and the Chiefs lost the fumble. So it was a turnover, and the 49ers got the ball. Kelce was caught on camera running up to his head coach, Andy Reid, who's about 64, 65 years old, and just yelling at him, right? Looks like he's going berserk. Kelce has the playoff beard, hanging low, and he's just like, see his teeth. You can see some spit maybe flying from his mouth, yelling at his coach, basically like, give me the ball, put me in the game. That wouldn't have happened. Coach, rely on me. Rely on me. And during that process, because he's so fired up, he went too far and bumped his coach, whether he did that on purpose or just his, he was so, I guess, angry and fired up that his body just was kind of out of control, and he, accidentally bumped him. Not sure. But man, oh man, the number or the types of takes on that exchange by those who are Swifties, who have never played, maybe the game of football or a competitive sport at a high level, or maybe those who are just don't understand it. They're just, I don't know, little snowflakes or something like that. And the most absurd take I have heard, and one of them, and it's also, I think, the most popular, is that Travis Kelce is a monster. And all of these women on TikTok are like, oh my gosh, I fear for Taylor Swift. I used to think it was cute that he was, 6'5" and she's about 5'8", 5'9", and the height difference, and everything that goes into a woman wanting a tall man, and that he's big and strong, an NFL football player, and can protect her, and they hold hands, and it is like a shield of protection in addition to her security detail. All this stuff that they loved Travis Kelce for. Right? Masculinity, is finally coming back with a vengeance. All because the Taylor Swift is finally dating a masculine man, right? And then as soon as that clip was shown, as soon as that exchange on the sideline was shown, boom, complete flip. Oh my gosh, I'm scared for Taylor. Think of how small she is compared to him. There's like an 8-foot height difference. an 8-inch height difference. And he weighs like 235, 240 pounds, and she probably weighs, like $135 or something like that. Like, can you imagine? There's over 100-pound difference between them, and she just seems so dainty. Could you imagine if what happens behind closed doors if he just blows up at her and gets angry? He's a monster. A monster. He's not a monster. He's not a monster. And it is amazing to me how quick so many people are just acting as if they understand what was going on in that situation. Yes, I'm well aware that I'm about to do the same thing, but I am on Travis Kelce's side. That dude was fired up. Did he get out of control? Yes. Did he address it with his head coach afterward? Yes. Did his head coach, Andy Reid, have the understanding and know him on a personal level and know him that, hey, I understand like what he is going through, and I'm not going to bench him for the rest of the game? Yes. And who would know Travis Kelce better than anyone on that sideline? The head coach, Patrick Mahomes, right? The leaders of the team, leader 1 and leader 2. So it just baffled me how quick everyone just turned on him and framed him as some kind of monster, acting as if everyone is, never gotten angry about anything. And I guarantee you, all the people who are giving these takes that he's a monster and, this is elder abuse and all this nonsense, I guarantee you that they have been angry before and yelled at the top of their lungs, like straining their throat over something that is not even on the level of playing in one of the most important games of your life, right? In front of your friends and your family and your teammates, those are that are your family, that you would, blood, sweat, and tears grinding with them week after week after week. And these people act like as if they've never been angry about anything, as if he deliberately went up and shoved Andy Reid to the ground as if he's Pedro Martinez throwing down Don Zimmer, right? Like, come on. Where'd the championing of masculinity go? How quickly people turn on somebody because of one interaction, which was already addressed between the two of them soon afterward. And if it needs to be addressed more, they'll do that behind closed doors. But people are calling for fines and saying that he assaulted Andy Reid. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. Should he have bumped his coach? No. Should he yell at his coach like that? Probably not. Usually you see something like that going on between the player and the position coach, like his tight ends coach or maybe the offensive coordinator, or maybe he's going to be yelling at, his quarterback, and then the quarterback will relay it to the offensive coordinator, to the head coach, like a little more chain of command kind of thing. But they have a relationship that we don't have the inside scoop on. Right. And a man can overreact, but not be labeled a monster. Just when I thought that there was hope for masculinity and the appreciation of masculinity returning to this country, I am immediately blown away by the amount of people that I consider on my team politically that all of a sudden turn into little snowflakes that they've talked about for years now, going back to, oh, facts don't care about your feelings, you little snowflake, this, that, and the other. And then they see that reaction on the sideline and they're like, oh, my goodness, how could he do that? I am scared for Taylor. Oh my goodness, that was so uncalled for. Like, what a toxic man. It just goes to show you that emotions are fleeting, and these people are either sincere in their belief, which I'm watched their videos and their takes, and I believe that they are. And there may be a few here and there that are just, trolling for clicks, basically trying to get you to engage with them, right? Because they are self-serving. So I'm here and advocating for Travis Kelce, not to say that he should have bumped his coach and should have yelled in his face, but he is definitely not a monster. Go listen to him on his podcast with his brother and listen to him talk. He is not a monster. And I believe we need to be continuing, as we were before this incident, to championing masculinity, promoting masculinity once more. We need more of it, healthy masculinity within this country. And we are not going to get there if on a whim, we are just going to all of a sudden bash a portion of masculinity that we were once championing. Right? That just shows that you are not truly in it and you do not truly understand it. And many of these same people, especially the women who are, clutching their pearls and feeling scared for Taylor Swift, I'm sure it comes from a good place, but get real. If you have a husband or a boyfriend or a fiance, ask him. I am sure he has gotten angry, especially if he has played sports. Even if he hasn't played sports, just cheering for his team to the point where he has yelled and been like super pissed, super upset. But that doesn't mean he's toxic. That doesn't mean he is a monster. So it was just surprising to me how quick everyone turned on Travis Kelce and acts as if they know the ins and outs of what was going on there and the ins and outs of their relationship. You cannot be okay with him bumping his coach and yelling at him while also realizing that just because he did that, he is not a monster. Hi, I'm Brian Kletter, the creator and host of Counterthought. For more Counterthought content, watch these 2 videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and spread the word.